going into season 2, what were the things about season 1 that you knew season 1 had improved on, and that were like the selling points of being better at it?
I loved, once we introduced John Noble's character, I thought Henry as this mastermind was really fun. I wanted to do a lot more with that in season 2. So we have him, he's in every one of the first 11 episodes, and just so much fun. And really getting to have a character who thinks so far ahead and is so brilliant is a lot of fun to kind of craft and weave into our story. For Crane and Abby, I wanted them to get a little bit more ahead of the game. I felt like season 1 was so much about just catching up to this incredibly crazy world they find themselves in, that for them to try to get a handle on it and understand it and embrace it, I think is a lot of fun for season 2. So as crazy it is as it is or became in season 1, it gets crazier and they try to get a jump on that.
I want to know.
What do you want fans to know about her going forward? If there's something that, in terms of how they feel about her,
you know what? I just want them to believe that she has as much, not reason for being, but I think she thinks she's doing the right thing. And when you see her come up against these characters, of course you're going to feel for your beloved character, your hero. But I think everybody is on a mission, and she's on a mission that has merit.
I believe that, and I think that introducing her as somebody who's not in that world also gives us an access for the audiences who, she's someone who can come into the show and say, this world is insane. And I believe that. Everything that I'm seeing, I think there's a justification for. And her interaction, the fact that she knew Abby and Jenny's mother is going to factor into the rest of the season. And I think make an interesting bond there that even cuts against her grain as a soldier warrior in this war against evil. I think that there's a really fun arc that she's going to go through over this season.
They've died over some of them. We were just introduced to a new one, which is Reyes and their mother. Can you tell us a little bit?
I can tell you that we'll definitely learn more about their mother.
Okay.
And that is just, it's an insane story. I think people will really enjoy looking at it. It was very fun to shoot. And yeah, the sisters, I mean, they have tried so hard and they worked so hard to be back in each other's lives. Jenny has all these trust issues and she's trying to work through them. But then they're constantly hit with challenges of the apocalypse. So it's like, it's really cool to see them try and work this relationship out in this setting.
When is everybody going to break? When are we breaking Irving out? When is he coming back?
When are you getting out?
First of all, I don't like your tone of voice. Start right there. It's going to be a slow burn, and rightfully so. Right now, he's facing a different set of circumstances. He's estranged from his family. He just sold his soul to the devil. People think he killed his priest and 2 former officers he worked for. His family, daughter in particular, thinks that her father's a murderer. So he's in a bad way. Abby fortunately gave me the advice to move to the psychiatric ward and get out of the prison to get greater access, and obviously that makes sense given Jenny was able to do so much while she was there. So it's going to be an interesting season, but there are a lot of eyes on him. He's in a very difficult post, and I think he's in harm's way.
Will we see any more Horsemen of the Apocalypse this season?
Good question. Well, 2's a lot. So I feel like let's explore them for a while. We are ramping towards an apocalypse, and so, the Bible at least says there are going to be 4. I think that, I hope that if the show does one thing, it surprises, so, I wouldn't have any expectations, just let it come. But, I hope that we'll surprise you with the way this apocalypse plays out.
the stakes are so high. I mean, we have the apocalypse. Like, I think there's the challenges that they face are so monstrous that I think that it puts all these characters into situations they never thought they'd be in before. And it makes them pushed up against choices they never thought they'd have to make. And I think that you'll see that coming up a lot in this season. These characters are really going to be forced to make choices they never thought they'd have to make.